Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So today was actually a very, very exciting day. It got pretty bearish. Now it's turned pretty bullish. But Bitcoin buying reaches an unprecedented pace. And we got a response from Saylor today. We got some Tesla earnings to discuss. We got a whole bunch of things to discuss, and it's looking pretty darn good overall. So let's talk about everything tonight. Let's do it. Welcome, guys. You know what? Sometimes these lines I draw are so damn accurate. Look at this. Look at this yellow line I drew, right? It's not random. It's not random at all. Look at how Bitcoin just bounced off of there like on the dot. See, I know how to draw lines. I'm not just like drawing lines for the sake of drawing lines. I know what I'm doing. But yeah, this morning we came down and down and down, and boom, we hit that mark right there, 65.1. We bounced off of there. It looked like it was getting bad. We were going to go lower. Nope. Boom. We bounced off of there and we climbed back up. Now we're at 67.2. We were actually like 67.5. Looked like we're going. And I got to show you guys something because it's looking pretty darn clear above. Okay. At the end of this, I'm going to show you something that's quite shocking, and I think tomorrow, or maybe even later tonight, could be absolutely glorious because it does seem like there's like nothing above right now, and it's a really good thing. And actually, this bounce is exactly what we wanted to see on a bigger picture. Once I zoom out, right? Well, zoomed in like this on an hour chart, it looks pretty bad or means nothing. On a bigger scale, it actually is a damn good thing. But before I get to all the lines, let me go through a few things. First of all, today, overall, from a market's perspective, it wasn't good. Dow was down 400 points. Worst day since a month ago. But Tesla reported aftermarket. They're up 12% because, hey, they reported better than expected profits in the third quarter at a time when automakers are not doing that well. And he predicts that next year, 20 to 30% growth. That's amazing for automakers because most automakers are seeing sales decline, but not Tesla. And what's even better is they did not sell any of their Bitcoin, but they also didn't announce that they're going to sell Bitcoin or they're buying any more Bitcoin or anything like that. But at least they didn't sell. That's good. But yeah, that came as a surprise. And whether or not that lifted Bitcoin, I don't really think so. But you know, it's good. We'll take that. It's not bad, at least, right? So there's that. But also, you know, as for Bitcoin itself, there are just a lot of great things. A lot of great things going on. What about this, you know, unprecedented pace of buying? I mean, just look at that. Look at that staggering climb. Wallets with over 1K Bitcoin since 2024. Not even the beginning of 2024. Since the mid to late stage of 2024, you could see how much that has climbed. The whales are jumping in, getting ready, and this means something. This adds up. This adds up along with the ETFs and everything else. This adds up, and that's why this bull run is going to be unlike anything we have ever seen before. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Right? That is a crazy chart. I mean, just look at it. How the new whales have, 10x, 20x, all the previous whales from the last 15 years. That is Crazy. Michael Saylor backtracked hard today over his interview that he did recently. I showed you guys that this morning. A lot of you guys were very furious about what he said. Basically, he's like, you know what? Screw the Bitcoin guys. You know, you could rely on the big banks for custody. We don't have to worry about governments confiscating. Like, he basically did a 180 on everything he has been saying over the years. A lot of people, including Vitalik, got really angry. So he tweeted this out this morning to kind of like please the Bitcoiners. I don't know if this is enough damage control. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I support self-custody for those willing and able. The right to self-custody for all and the freedom to choose the form of custody and custodian for individuals and institutions globally. Bitcoin benefits from all forms of investments by all types of entities and should welcome everyone. So what he's saying is self-custody may be right for some. Non-self-custody may be right for some. Basically, you have the freedom to choose. That's basically what he's saying, right? So, I mean, I guess it's a response. It's not an apology, but it is right. But like, that interview was just really, it was not a good look for Saylor. It really wasn't, especially considering all the things that he has said over the years, the last 4 years, and how he just really did a 180 based on that one interview. Whether he was pressured by the institutions, by BlackRock, by the government agencies, or he never believed in anything he said before, we don't know. But this is his way of apologizing. Do you guys accept? I don't know. Moving on, though, MicroStrategy's earnings is coming up in 8 days, so it could be absolutely fantastic. I don't know if anyone actually looks at how much money MicroStrategy makes. Everyone just looks at how much Bitcoin they hold, right, at this point. So I don't know what you're going to really learn from MicroStrategy's earnings. However, their stock absolutely has been crushing it. We know that. I think it's a precursor to what's to come for Bitcoin. But outside of that, there are many other things to look forward to, including elections, which is coming up in 2 weeks. And generally speaking, that's a huge, huge thing for markets, including Bitcoin and everything else. And we have another Fed meeting, the FOMC meeting, where we are going to get another rate cut. Generally speaking, that's great too. And then we got a whole lot of other stuff, including another Fed meeting in December before the end of the year. And then we get a Santa rally before the end of the year. There are many great things happening before the end of the year. All great things. All great things. All great things leading up to this. $200,000 by the end of 2025. This is from the latest report from Bernstein's. In the latest of series of bullish forecasts from institutional market researchers ahead of November's U.S. presidential elections. Not outrageous. A lot of people have projected this too. Okay, a lot of metrics support this. A lot of charts support this. The growing fundamentals support this. The elections support this. The improving macro conditions support this. A lot of things support this. And look at this. Tomorrow, supposedly rumored, there will be a state that will be placing Bitcoin on its treasury. Is this true or is it trolling? I don't know. That could be a pretty big thing. That could be huge. Also, Coinbase Premium Gap is turning positive. Whenever that is turning positive, that's a really good thing. That means the retail interest is coming back. The Coinbase Premium Gap is a real thing. When the premium goes higher, that means retail interest is coming back. When it goes lower, retail interest is gone. right? And it is definitely coming back. So that means there are a lot of retail investors coming back, not just institutional. So that is good. And of course, if you're looking at comparisons, right, you do have a lot of comparisons to like the S&P 500, to gold, to many other, to previous cycles that show that Bitcoin is ready to break out and go higher. And I think we're still on our way, okay, to break six figures by the end of this year, I believe. And even though we still only have a week and a half left, I still think we can break out and hit $80,000 by the end of this month. It seems like it's impossible since we're at 67,000, but I do think we still have a chance. Let's see if I'm right. All right. Outside of Bitcoin, what else is doing very well? You guys may have noticed Solana is catching fire right now. Okay. Solana is definitely catching fire. This morning, I reported that Solana is trading as highest value against ETH. Now it's trading at the highest value compared to Bitcoin. Well, since August. So it's not all time, but compared to ETH, it is all time. It's starting to climb, which is really good. It's not quite above 200 yet, but it looks like it's going to get there soon. And not only Solana, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Jupiter today. Jupiter has been going up like crazy. Like, look at that. It's just been going up and up and up today. So there's something definitely going on. I have a theory about that. But anyway, Solana is doing quite well. Active users and revenue are both exploding. From a chart perspective, a cup and handle pattern, a lot of coins are going through this. Bitcoin's going through this. Potential 2,000% rally, according to this analyst. Price target of $4,500. That's reasonable, I guess. TVL is starting to climb higher towards all-time high. These are all great things. And you got RWA play, tokenizing oil and gas. And you have a new social messaging app that lets you trade with friends called Bags. That's not a bad name. So there are a lot of things going on with Solana. All right. So last thing I want to show you guys is this. I said bouncing off of this is actually really good. And here's a couple of reasons why. So if you zoom out, you realize that, yeah, you know that giant cup and handle pattern? You could see this giant cup handle, right? Or you could just say this is a bullish flag, whatever you want to call it. Right? Generally speaking, if you break out of it, that's a good thing. And sometimes you retest, right? That's exactly what we did. We didn't fall below it. We actually just came down and retested it. So if you are a chartist or analyst, you would say that's a really good thing. You want to retest it and then you blast off. What you don't want is to test it and fall below. Then it kind of just invalidates this whole thing, right? But if you do retest it and go off, that is a really good thing. And that's exactly what we did. We hit it to the T or on the dot, and then we just blasted off. So actually, technically speaking, that was actually a really good thing. So that's number one that I want to point out. Number two is I was looking at, I've been really fascinated with like the liquidation walls. So it was no wonder, why we bounced up so hard. No wonder was because we broke through the upper short wall. The short wall was set at 66.8 or 66.9. And you could see once we broke through that, we climbed up to 70 or 67K pretty fast, right? There was a heavy wall here. Liquidation leverage about 17 million. And we broke through that. We were pressed against it. You could see for a few hours, 3-4 hours, and then we broke through that, right? But here's the thing. Look above here. There's nothing. There's no walls here. Yeah, there's some pressure, but there's no major walls. So I'm going to refresh this unless it's changed. Let me refresh it. So let's go to 12 hours. I mean, as of right now, there's no walls up here. There are a few. Obviously, there are still like short contracts up here. Like, for example, there's 6 million, 6 million, 6 million. But you don't see any like gigantic walls like this, right? Like, this is a long liquidation wall, about 20 million at 65,000. So that's why you could see when Bitcoin dropped to 65,100, we bounced off of there, right? And that was a major support. So that was good. Had we gone down, we would have probably gone down way more, but that held. But if you look above, there's really nothing. So if we just got a little bit of upward movement, we could smash through and go straight to 69,000. Our recent high was like 69,005. And then you could see up here, 70, 71, 72, 73, like nothing. Nothing up here. Like seriously, there's nothing up here. So we could technically see like all-time high by the end of this week, which is what I called in my Sunday walk video. I said in my Sunday walk video, I think we could hit all-time high by the end of this week. And we could still see that. Today's only Wednesday. Oh, which means today's DCA day. I totally forgot about it. But it's not too late. It really isn't, because there's not a whole lot of short walls on top. So that's quite interesting. That could change tomorrow, but as of right now, there just doesn't seem to be a whole lot on top. I did look at this. This is a lot more complicated. This is just a general like heat map, not liquidation heat map, just overall heat map of what's above. This is on Binance for Bitcoin, and you could see even just like on the, here's a spot market one. Like if you look at up here, there's a few walls like here, 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 here. But if you're looking at the perpetual side, it's pretty darn empty up here, right? So like my point is, we could shoot up pretty easily from here. We just need a little push. We'll be right back above to 69. And this time, if we keep going, 70, 71, 72, 73 could be right around the corner. There's nothing really stopping it. It's looking good. Looking good. All right, let's do Q&A. But before I do Q&A, I need to do DCA. But I don't want to. I got to answer these super chats before they disappear here. Hold on. Let me. Hanny is a new member. Welcome. And then Tumbleweed. Keep up the good work. Cheers. Thank you. I appreciate that. Evil says, thoughts on an interview Altcoin Daily did. Pretty concerning. Prediction that Harris wins, Bitcoin dips, whales accumulate, altcoins dump. XRP. Who did he even interview? I have no idea. I have no idea who he interviewed. And I don't believe this notion that if Harris wins, Bitcoin dumps. No, I don't believe that. I think if Trump wins, it's probably more bullish for Bitcoin because of his policies. But if Harris wins, I don't think that means Bitcoin just tanks to like zero. No, I don't believe that at all. Read. Projects are listing every day. Ticker trending and bullish. Check it out. Create a free. Okay, I don't know what you just said there. MSI, some new project. Okay. Bullish. Welcome, new member. Thank you. Thoughts on Jim on Sol? No clue what that is. No clue. So me bring this up. Let me see here. Let me pull this up. I don't know, week to week, it should be up or down. It should be about the same. Let me see. 24 hours actually up. Let's see, week to week. It's actually up since last week. I thought we dipped, but we're actually up. We're up about 1% since last week. And all time, we're still up 55%. Not bad. Not bad. ILOs. Why outflows negative last 2 days? Why did it rain the last 2 days? It's an irrelevant question. Overall, has there been more inflows than outflows? That's the more important question. All right. Let's see here. So I forgot what I DCA'd into last week. I think I kept it simple. Oh, I have no idea. Most of it have turned green now. Avalanche turned green. Phantom has turned green. Jupiter way in the green. I think I actually bought Jupiter last week. Sui has turned green. Cardano near and VeChain still nowhere near green. Polygon still nowhere near green. Injective is about to turn green. Chainlink about to turn. Cosmos nowhere near green. Man, some of these I just really want to like change. I'm really like fed up with some of these. I think they'll come back, but I just think like backing winners at this point would be better suited than holding these and waiting for them to come back. Brent, thank you. Do you still DCA Sol at this price point? Yeah, because they're still not back to their previous high. Yeah, I think I have to do it. You know, like, I hate to do it because I've been supporting Adam for so long, but today I just cover a story how, like, North Korean hackers helped them make their liquid staking module. That's just, I don't know how they, like, made that happen. I'm going to sell off Cosmos. I have $222 here. I'm going to recover that. So I'm going to take $222 back, and I am going to sell Cosmos. And it's going to be pretty hard to do. I don't even know. How do I do it? How do I see all my transactions? I don't know how I see all my transactions from before. Man, they changed this up. Now I have no idea how to do it. Sell, transfer. No, I want to see my old transactions. Manage. Transactions. Okay, here we go. Okay. Man, I've been DCing Cosmos for a long time. Man, I don't know how to delete this. All right, let's see. I don't know if I got all of them here. Nope. All right. So I recovered $221 from Cosmos. I'm also probably going to sell. I'm probably going to sell. I'm gonna piss too many people off if I sell Cardano, so I'm not gonna do that. But I'm losing more and more hope on Polygon, man, and Say too. I mean, Say I think it could come back, but Polygon, I just don't hear about good things recently with Polygon. Oh boy, I think I'll just keep Polygon for now. Why is there more at Cosmos here? Why is there another $50 to Atom here? Cosmos Hub. It doesn't even show up. No, I don't know what happened there. Why? I don't know why there's another one. Anyways, all right, I'm just gonna keep it simple. So I recovered $222 from Cosmos, and then plus today's 100, so I had $322. So what I'm going to do is I need to add. What am I light in? I think. I think I added near last time for an AI play. FET also. I mean, FET, I'm up 131%. But I think they'll continue to do well because they're in the AI space. So I think I could still add them. Pepe is still down. You know what? This is controversial, but I'm gonna add some Pepe because I think they're gonna do well this cycle. I know they're gonna do well this cycle. So I'm gonna add $100 into Pepe. So I'm gonna, okay. 100 divided by point. Man, how do I even calculate? 0.0000995. It's like 10 million 0.50251. I think that's right. Yes. Okay. So I added $100 to Pepe. So now I have $222 left. And then I'm going to add two I'm going to add some I don't know. I'm not going to add I think I'm going to add when in doubt, I could just always add Sol. You know, Solana, I mean, Ethereum is also pissing me off. At some point, I just want to sell Ethereum and just put it on Solana. I'm going to add Jupiter. So I like Jupiter a lot. I'm going to put $100 into Jupiter. All right, so that's 90.826. All right, so now I have $122 left, and I'll just throw it into good old Bitcoin. Can't go wrong. Bitcoin, when in doubt, that's not where I want to go. transaction. All right, when in doubt, just throw it into Bitcoin. $122 divide by 67378. That is 0.00181. All right. All right, so this week I had a Bitcoin, Jupiter, and Pepe, and I got rid of Cosmos. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something controversial right now. I have $1,411 worth of Ethereum. I am going to sell all my Ethereum right now. Oops. I had enough of that. I had enough. Oh, man, I've been DCing Ethereum for a long time. I've been DCing Ethereum for 3 years. Well, those are actually real transactions. Which one? Receipt by. Okay, these are real actually. Okay, let's get rid of this one, and this one. Okay. That should be it. So let's look at this now. I should not have any more Ethereum. Okay. I sold all my Ethereum, and I'm going to spend all that money on Solana. Where's that? So that was $1,411 divided by 174.5. So that is 8.089. All right. That's that. So I made a lot of big moves today. No more ETH, all Sol and Bitcoin. And yeah, I'll start making more changes going forward. All right, that's it. And while I was doing that, the market was going up even more. Jupiter continues to go wildly upwards, and Solana is going up wildly upwards, and Bitcoin is going upwards too. All right, let's do Q&A now. Ahmad said, goat meme on Solana hitting 717 million. That's crazy. There's a new meme called goat hitting 717 million. That's crazy. George from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you for that. Pepe 5 to 10x a cycle. I think easily. I think they can do 5 to 10x very easily. Is it this one? Godius Maximus? That's freaking crazy. 715 million? Is this legit? Yeah. That's actually pretty distributed. The largest holder only has 1.34 supply. And everyone else, only three people have over 1%. Everyone else is below 1%. That's actually very, very distributed. I haven't seen a project this big with that kind of distribution. That's actually pretty impressive. Liquidity. I've never seen this before. One guy burned liquidity. They burned 43%. Interesting. Okay. I decided to short Bitcoin and got wrecked. Never again. I've always said this. If you go play with leverage, don't short. Whenever you short, you wreck yourself two ways. Number one, because in the long run, you want to be long, right? So shorting it goes against your intuition and you're really nervous because overall your portfolio, you want it to go up. You don't really want it to go down. So right away, you're causing extra like stress on yourself. And second, you know we're in a bull market. It's going to go up. There's a higher chance to go up and down. So, yeah. Well, I'm sorry you got wrecked. Hopefully it's not a whole lot. Joseph says, do you think Saylor is selling out based on the upcoming restatement of his Bitcoin holdings to fair value accounting? This change is going to be massive media. I think it has a lot to do with MicroStrategy and how big it's becoming and maybe future plans on what he wants to do with it, possibly becoming a custodian itself and other services. I think a lot to do with that. And BlackRock being a major shareholder and, government agencies now looking at him. I think it has to do with a whole lot of stuff. Joe says, look at GFL team is amazing and soon releasing game on consoles. Thanks for all you do. I met those guys. I met one of the guys at Solana Breakpoint. I played the game. I actually, you'll see, if you watch my Solana video that I released, the Breakpoint video, I was playing that game, and it was one of the most bullish games I've ever played. It was amazing. So I really enjoyed it. They said they've been working on it for 6 years. So, yeah. So I think they're going to be doing quite well when they come out. Would you call me going 50-50 into Chainlink Avalanche good allocation? They're not bad, but if they're your only two holdings, I would say you may want to think about diversifying. Man, it's getting clearer and clearer up here. I mean, there's just really nothing up here, guys. I think the shorts are realizing this is not a time to make a stand. There's nothing stopping us to go to 73,000 right there. There's a little bit of pressure, obviously. There's not nothing, but like up here, there's really nothing. So it's just like we just need to break 69,000. We break 70,000. We're going to make a new high. Do you know Alice Becker? Why is he bullish on AI? Isn't everyone bullish on AI? Just look at NVIDIA and look at everything else that's going on in the world. Of course, everyone's bullish on AI. That's a no-brainer. What do you think about based AI, partner to Pepe? I don't know too much about them. I don't. Check Mimenzine. I don't even know how to say your name. I'm still thinking about that damn Lexus LC500. It's a damn good car. If you want a convertible, especially if you're in a warm region that never gets cold, it's a really good car. Go test drive one. You'll love it. It's a really damn good, comfortable, and nice sounding car. You'll love it. Yes, I remember the F2 days, F2 pool days. That wasn't that long ago. That was 2021. That was 2021. Wasn't that long ago. You know, Turbo was created by AI bot too, Manuel. Goat is not the first to be created by AI bot. And even if it was, so what? You could tell AI, you could tell Grok, you could tell ChatGPT to create a meme coin. Not that big of a deal. It's really about community. Can Dogecoin go to $10 a cycle? Anything's possible. Is that likely? I don't think so. I don't think it's likely, but can it? Sure. All right, guys. Today was a long one. I'm going to get going. And you know what? Today was exciting. Quite exciting. We bounced pretty nicely, like a V-shaped recovery. Tesla had good earnings. And you know what? I don't think there's much to stop us from going higher. I think we're in a good shape. Tomorrow could be very exciting. And let's see. Let's see what happens tomorrow. 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good night, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.